We did it, everybody. We made it back to the Procrastinators podcast for another week of content.
They said it couldn't be done. They said it shouldn't be done.
They said, my God, an all guest episode. The PCP has degraded. It has lost its vital joie de vivre. Ever since Jeff left, it's all been downhill, and there's been nothing good. It's just been a series of escalating humiliations wrought upon themselves. And they said this was the final straw. But guess what? We can go lower, baby. There's more dirt under the barrel, under the bottom of the barrel to dig down into if we put our minds to it. And here we are to do just that.
That's the new goal of the podcast, is to be as embarrassing as possible.
My goal, Gabe, I'll tell you what my goal with the PCP is I want to divide the audience as much as possible. I want to make controversial decisions that some people will think is great and some people will hate it. And the goal here is that I divide the audience enough that the split audience hates each other more than they hate us. And we can escape. We can escape notice. We can throw it in a smoke bomb and run out the back door.
I mean, I feel like that's already a thing. Like we got the types of fans who are like, invested enough to come on the all guests episode, and we've got all the cowards who said nah.
That's what it is. A pure cowardice not being on the Oops All Guests episode. Damn. Cringe.
All right, guys.
You think that's the divide? People who were on and people who weren't.
Yeah, I mean, it's simple enough.
That's the difference. Okay, sure.
All right. A big announcement. I fucking did the manga. I made a whole 50-page manga chapter for a contest, the Tezuka Awards. I submitted it, and I'm gonna win.
Can't fucking believe you. Can't fucking believe you. What the fuck?
I didn't think it was possible. Like, in week 2, I was like, there's no way I am gonna be able to get all of these pages done.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst thing that could have ever happened to me, and I kept going, dude. I did it.
Okay. I was following along at the beginning. I sort of fell off following your progress later in the month. So tell me, you said that you're whoa. Okay. I'm fine. Sorry.
Did you you nearly fall off the cliff?
No. I did earlier today. I was trying to sleep and I straight up had it was the strongest sensation of I'm about to fall asleep and I'm going to fall off the cliff. And I jolt awake like, I'm falling. But no, that's not what's happening. The point is, you said that like your actual manuscript was like 80 pages or something, and you had to like split it, right, to qualify.
Yeah.
Did you end up doing that?
First week, I was like, I got a basic story in my head. I haven't written down the dialogue or like scene direction, like close up of this, wide shot of that, like I did with Lord of Ghosts. I was just flying off the seat of my pants, basically, and I was like, let's just try and sketch as much as I fucking can. First week, I got 55 pages sketched, I think. And I realized...
So many fucking pages to sketch.
It's a lot of pages to sketch. Not all the pages are as good as other ones, but
sure.
They work. They all serve the function that they are intended for. Dialogue scenes are harder to make interesting. But,
yeah.
I got to... page 55, and I was like, okay, this is past the limit.
Wait, can I interrupt you for a sec? Did you have it scripted out before you sketched it?
No.
Okay.
I was just sort of figuring out, okay, well, what could I put on this panel? I knew basic story beats, like Clarissa comes to town, altercation with bandits, town sees her kill the guys and be cool, and they ask her to help. She says okay. She goes, she finds bandits.
Okay. Yeah, that's how I do it too. I don't script in advance.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Just
it
wondering.
worked fairly well. It's just that the time pressure was like, I have no idea how long it's going to take me to line, like, the ink all of these. So I have to, like, cut it off at some point, whether or not the sketch is good enough. And I was just like, just move on. Like, all the time. I was just like, fuck, it sucks. Gotta move on, though. So first week, getting all the sketches done, I realized that it's too long. The story that I have drawn, some of the panels may be too big. It doesn't fit in the allotted 55 maximum page limit. This one story, so I had to split it. And I decided on page 50 is a decent enough place that you could feasibly imagine the ending being. It's just a really bad ending.
Yeah.
So for the contest, it sucks because it's not really finished. But I think it tells enough of a story.
So did you finish the whole thing, or did you just finish the part you're submitting?
I finished the part I'm submitting. I think I might stream in September as well to finish Clarissa, like chapter 2 or like part 2. And then once it's all finished, I'm gonna put it on my site, and that's my plan for the moment. But yeah, it was 8.5 hours of work every day, every weekday, that is, for all of August. First week sketches, then I had like a depressive episode in like Monday of the next week where I was like, oh god, I'm not fast enough at drawing. I'm bad at this. I'm so bad at drawing. And I was like, there's no way I can do this fast and good enough. And then I got over it by the next day. I was like, yeah, I'll just do it. And then I did.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
I'll just do it.
I actually will simply do it.
Simply, I will just do it. And I will just try to do as much as I can. And after the second week, I was like, okay, the rate at which I can line like ink pages, if I keep up a pace of fully inking 4 of these sketched pages every day, I will have enough time to add, speech bubbles and dialogue and tweak it and clean it and then submit it by the end of the month. So I was like, once I had that plan, it was just like, go, 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 go. And I did it. I just kept going, and it was cool. And there was so many people came in the chat, and they subscribed, and they made so many bits fly all over the screen. Everyone was so hyped. Everyone who came to the stream was great, and there was like a slowly.
You're talking about like the last one, or just in general?
Just in general, just over the course of the week, like the people saying it's inspiring and it's cool and it's epic and it's based.
Yeah, I mean they're not wrong.
And I forget when this started, but people started drawing fan art. Mostly jokingly, like specifically lewd Clarissa fan art, because I said don't do that, and so they did it. And it was a trick because I actually wanted it. Haha, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, okay. I mean, by the end of the month, the stream was just covered in fan art.
Yeah, that was the policy I came up with. Like, if you draw a fan art and submit, just give it to me, I will put it on screen for the entire rest of the month. And by the last stream, there was so much that you could barely see what I was drawing.
Perfect.
So yeah, very successful in all aspects. I love everybody who came to see and cheer me on and just watch, and it's just like, wow. It's so yeah, and then I submitted it live on Saturday the 29th.
I saw that the link to like the like Media Bang page that it was posted on or whatever. Like, what? You know what I'm talking about?
Medibang, yeah.
Medibang, yeah. What is that? Because like I saw it there. It was posted there. It had like a couple thousand views or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what is that site? Is
that
like
site,
where you have to host it for
that
contest?
site is where the contest is submitted. It's a Japanese website made for like mangaka to like post their internet manga and illustrations, and you post your comic and whatever, and you can, when you're submitting a comic, you can add it to an ongoing contest. And I selected the Tezuka Awards while I submitted, and then it was locked in. I submitted it, and it was in the awards. And also, it's just on the site for people to read. And there was, I looked through the submission things. There was this pay button, and I was like, "Excuse me, you can have people pay to read your stuff? Like that's
is it like
just...
is it like a Bandcamp thing? It's like pay what you want, sort of deal.
No, I think it's you can give people a preview, and then you have a set price. So if you want the whole thing, you have to pay 420 yen to see the whole 50 pages.
But I have 0 yen.
You just have to go to Japan then, won't you? You're gonna have to go in the rice fields and grind some of that rice.
That's how you get yen. Yeah, okay.
420 yen, and I think like 2 or 3 people have purchased that. So that's
420. Nice.
Yeah, it's like
nice.
$3.99.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like intend to get money from posting it, but I thought if it's on there, and like some of the fucking submissions to this contest get an unbelievable amount of like views. Like there's this shitty one, this awful like 6-page One Piece ripoff called 2 Piece.
Okay.
And it is just like Gear 5, Gear 7 Luffy like versus Blackbeard at Raftel, and it's just
so
a bunch of traced images, no story, no nothing.
What the fuck? Okay, yeah.
And it got like 80,000 views because it was posted right at the beginning of the contest. And I saw it, and I was so angry that this could happen. But it means that there's a lot of eyeballs on Medibang, apparently. I guess a lot of like non-English speaking countries, including Japan, use it to look at things. And so Clarissa has got like 6,000 views or something.
It had like 2,000 when I looked, and that was like right after you posted the link, or it felt like it anyway.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way that this could be just my fans, because when it was on stream, there was 30 viewers in the stream, and it had jumped up to like 280. It was like, whoa.
Yeah. So have you made any money off it? Has anyone like bought it?
Yeah, like 2 or 3 people.
Okay. All right.
So, you know, it's like little pocket change just for the thing.
Okay. Now, the other submissions, are they like, do they all like look like anime? Or are there a bunch of like not strictly anime looking shit?
I see the vast majority are going for a sort of anime manga style, trying to look as professional as one of those mangas as possible. The very most popular one does look like that, and it's the story sucks. I read a little bit of it, and it's just like...
What is it?
It's a boy who is like in a world with constant conflict and dragons. There's angels and devils. There's
and dragons? Tell me more.
There's like angel people and devil people. The angels fight the devils, but there's this boy who has an angel, and he becomes an angel with black wings.
He could be your angel or your devil?
No, just the angel.
Sorry. Oh, okay.
But he's got black wings, and it's like, oh wow.
You ever read Helk?
Like milk?
Yes.
No.
Oh, Helk. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go on it. It's not relevant at all. It just reminds me of Helk, and I really like Helk. And sometimes I just want to talk about Helk. Helk is a manga about... I haven't read all of it, but like it starts off either they're in the demon world, and like the demon world is trying to choose a new king. And the way that they choose a new king is they have a tournament, right? Of like various contests. It's battling, but it's also like various like tests of skill and like long jumping and shit like that. And all these demons are competing in this tournament to be the new king. And demons hate humans, right? That's like the thing. Like demons, like they live away from humans because they think humans are gross. Humans are like terrible, like colonizers. They're evil. They're shit. They're embarrassing. They hate everything. But the best contestant is this human named Helk. He's this giant fucking hulking guy, and everyone's like, why is a human competing in the demon tournament? And why does everyone love him so much? And this reporter goes up to him and he's like, excuse me, Mr. Helk, why are you competing to become the Demon King? And he's just like, turns to the crowd, humans suck. And the whole crowd's like, yeah, Helk, we love you, Helk. And the conflict later is like, humans are bad. The human kingdom is really bad in Helk, but like the humans discover a way to like reach the next stage of human evolution, which makes them like grow angel wings. So they're like humans like are angels in that. And they figure out like a way to use like white magic to like revive themselves, so they're basically immortal. Like these fucking priests can just like bring people back from the dead, so it's like impossible to kill the humans. They're like the biggest fucking problem. They're like a terrible scourge on the planet because they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna take everything, and now we got wings and we can never die, so you know, everyone's fucked. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll never talk about Hulk again, I'm sorry.
Is it like Hell Hulk?
It is his name is like, he had like a partner or a brother or something who was killed by, I think by the humans. I think like it was executed as a traitor or something. And the two of them were named like Helk and like Acles or something. And it's like their names together are supposed to be like Japanese for Hercules. So he's like the Helk and the other one is the Cules or whatever. That's what the name is supposed to mean.
I see. So like
Yes.
RL, like Herc, but Helk.
Yes. Like how Boruto is supposed to be Bolt Lamau.
What? I had no idea.
Yeah.
So wait,
Boruto.
Boruto?
Boruto.
And Naruto is like Nalt?
Well, no. Naruto's name is not a pun. Naruto's name is just a reference to those like spiral things in noodles.
Yes, the funny thing that I don't know what it is still.
It's a fish cake.
He's a fish boy?
It's a fish. No, he's a spiral boy. The fish part's not relevant.
Alright.
Anyway, so you were saying that the top one is this like fucking angel demon dragon.
It's angel demon dragon fantasy world, like I couldn't get invested sort of story, but
sure.
It's extremely popular. 800,000 views on that one. And it's like
that's gonna get a poggers. That's a PogChamp moment.
That's a PogChamp moment. And it's like, if this popularity is not the way to win. Things are just submitted to the site as like a comic website. Contests are won judged by judges, and so it doesn't matter how popular you are, as long as you're in the contest, you have a chance. But it's interesting to see that there's that much like viewer base, even potential for something. Yeah. So I think I might upload Lord of Ghosts on there as well. Because why not?
Would you submit Lord of Ghosts? Or I guess it's too long.
It's too long for the contest, but like, I mean, there are other contests. The site has loads of contests all the time, but this one is like the big one that is like in association with Shueisha Inc. or whatever that has Shonen Jump.
Well, shit. Maybe I should get in on it. Maybe I'll just fucking upload some shit on there too. I don't know. Why not? Why the fuck not? Oh.
I never really thought of much of it as like a site that you can like get noticed, but apparently there's a lot of eyeballs.
But are there other ones that like do not look like anime manga?
I skimmed them. I only really looked at the covers, so I couldn't tell. But there were a few that had like a different art style, like a westernish. The ones that were submitted are either from... This is the international portion of the contest. The Japanese one is completely separate, so we weren't... In this thing, I'm not competing with any Japanese people, which is good for me.
Thank God.
I am competing with Chinese and Korean people.
Ooh,
so,
oh dear.
So, oof.
Oh no. Oof.
But I think Clarissa stands out among, like, the ones that I saw... in terms of it being extremely simple art style, with thick lines compared to a lot of the other things, which are either anime-inspired, very, very heavily manga-inspired, or sort of painterly or scratchy, not really going for the cutesy sort of look quite as much.
Wait, are you saying that yours is cutesy?
I think Clarissa
I guess I could see that.
looks sorts of cute. Like the thick
Yeah.
black lines and the sort of bloobly character designs.
The
I always
bloobly.
yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
But yeah, I'm very proud of what I made. I think it's good. I think it could obviously be improved. I kind of was rushed to get it done, so like the first few pages are a bit like but I you know, there's a few pages in there that I'm genuinely like, this is some of the best work I've ever made. I'm so happy about it.
I'm so happy about it. Well, that's I agree. Yeah, I do think. I mean, I haven't read the whole thing through. I've just seen like the parts you were sketching. Yeah, I thought some of the stuff I saw you drawing there. I also was like, this is some of the best work Gibbs ever done. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. I guess on the subject of comics, let's see. I ordered I ordered Vapors 2 to be printed.
Oh shit.
I paid for the order. I'm looking at the invoice right now. I paid for the order. I paid $2,084.51 to have that printed on August 21st, 2020. Here we are. It is August 30th. It has not been printed yet. It has not been shipped, but I'll give it another week or two. Because I think these things are delayed due to COVID. Lol. The test copy that I ordered took almost exactly 2 weeks to be printed and shipped to me. So I assume that a big load, the mother load, will take as long or longer than that. So I'm waiting on fucking tenterhooks over here to get those. But they're coming, presumably. Very exciting. I have all my envelopes. I have all my white ink pens for addressing them. It's good that it's coming soon, because I'm kind of like, I finished the Slime and Punishment finale, and now I'm like, well, I got some stuff I could work on, but what I would really like to do is just kind of zone out and just do a bunch of busy work for a while, just addressing envelopes. Yeah. Honestly, I could really get into doing that for a little bit.
Like sorting pins by
sorting pins. Man, they give me the fucking the pin manufacturer is like, oh, the coin design. Yeah, you want the hard enamel or the soft enamel? And by the way, soft enamel looks bad. So I'm like, no, hard enamel. And they're like, okay, well, we recommend the soft enamel because the hard enamel, like the coin design, has so many small lines that like during the polishing process, the lines might all run together and it might not work. And I'm like, the other pins had small lines on them. The other pins had lines just as small, and it looked fine. It looked totally fine. Why are you fucking with me like this? Why are you doing
coin?
This?
You mean the challenge coin, or is that some other thing?
Yeah, the challenge coin, which is
So the pin people were gonna also do that.
Yes, the patches were made by a different company. The pin people were also gonna make the coin, using basically the same process. And they are gonna do it. Eventually. She was all like, oh, I don't know, the polishing process, the lines could mesh together. If finally I just had to be like, I don't care, just fucking do it. Just fucking go ahead and do it. And if I have to just redo it from scratch and it looks like shit, then so be it, fine. Whatever. We gotta get the show on the road.
So you're getting a test of the coin to see how it looks.
I am getting the full order of most of the pins, and I am getting a test, like a color, like 2 more color tests of the Cop Killer pin, because I wasn't quite happy with the color. I thought it was a little too pink for my tastes. And I should be getting a test copy of the coin as well, in hard enamel in a lighter green and soft enamel in a darker green, and I will be comparing them and being like, which one looks better in person? And yeah, very exciting. Very exciting. Been spending a lot of money on this stuff, but you know what? It's okay. That's what the Kickstarter was for.
Mm-hmm.
And now I get 2% cash back. Get 2% cash back with my City Double Cash credit card, baby. That's the power of a good credit score.
Epic.
Very, very epic.
I've been thinking about kickstarting. Not the Clarissa thing. I well, obviously I want that to be finished before I even consider kickstarting, but like, I've got so many things I could make books of. Belljape, I think, is like the next project. I think once Clarissa is done, I'm gonna like make Bale Jape a physical book PDF. However that is supposed to be done, I have no idea really. Then I'm gonna see, like I looked into book like payment things, how many pages it would be, and like approximating, because I need to like turn the video game and the animation and the GIFs into multiple little images. It's a whole Homestuck problem. And yeah, I mean, Bale Jape, right? Hey guys, what do you think about Bale Jape? Would you buy a little Bale Jape book for like?
Am I right or am I right?
For like, I don't know how much money. I kind of completely forgot all the statistics that I came up with.
I will buy a Bale Jape book, assuming it's not like $100.
No, nothing like that. It would be like the sort of price for something of that size that you would find in a bookstore. Like, oh, what is this? This kind of hefty. This kind of hefty. This thing.
Imagine what? It'd probably be like $30.
30 to yeah. I'm
more.
I'm hoping.
I mean, I don't know.
Might be more, but I'm gonna try and get it down as low as possible. I just don't want it to look like shit. That's the only thing. There's no reason to make it if it's gonna look like shit.
I've been thinking about. I was thinking about doing a Kickstarter for like a physical Slime and Punishment book, which I'm not gonna do that because even though the finale came out, but the finale is not the end. There actually is a little bit more that's going to come after the finale. So Slime and Punishment is not technically done, so I'm not going to think about that yet. But even so, I'm definitely not going to do any more of that until the Pin Kickstarter and the Vapors 2 Kickstarter are completely fulfilled.
Yeah.
And I will probably even wait a little while after that because I will be relieved. I'll be so relieved when I have those like done and taken care of. They've been it's been like the better part of a year since the Vapors 2 Kickstarter wrapped up, which is terrible. It's so embarrassing, and I can't wait for this nightmare to be over. And next time I kickstart anything, I am not gonna jump the gun. I am gonna have the whole thing done. The whole thing will be like done and ready to immediately go to print, like when the Kickstarter is finished. I promise this to myself. I will not put myself through this again. It's not not to say that it's not worth it, but it could have been so much easier if I'd just done it later.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about like if I did make a Bale Jape book, like I could have Bale Japettes. Like I could get artists to make little Bale Jape comics.
Yeah. Just don't put off and procrastinate writing them like I did.
I don't even know what they would be. It's such a weird the history of like, oh, Pumpkin Alley-oop, how do they meet? I could write that. Actually, I could write that. Why
Bale
not?
Jape is such a self-contained story though. Like
yeah.
A Bale Jape side story could be literally anything.
It really could, which is why it's so hard to think of what it could be.
Yeah.
Pumpkin and the gang go to space. Wow.
Bale Jape ends with like who knows what sort of wacky adventures will follow sort of note, right?
Yeah.
So it could be who fucking knows.
They all just burn in the lava, they die.
Actually it's like, oh, a whole world of possibilities. Oh shit, there's a fucking hole in our is it a raft?
It's a rock. It's like cooled magma because the jewel of Splish is like consistently emanating like a coolness sphere. Right. Like not a wet sphere. I don't know. Punk isn't dead, so it's definitely not like making things watery. It's just like it's making the magma turn to rock and be not going to kill them.
Yes. Excellent. Beautiful. Oh, but it sprung a leak though. Ah, fuck. Ah, darn. Perished. Have me write the Bale Jape, the Bale Jape where they all just die immediately afterwards and make it canon.
Yeah, why not? So there's a different timeline. That's the alpha timeline. Ben, do you want to talk about Chris Chan's response to Slime and Punishment finale, or is that secret?
No, that's not secret. I mean, it's... Oh, wait, you mean... Oh, the stuff that she messaged me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind. Do you have the, like, screenshots that I didn't show them to everyone. I posted them in the...
They're just up here in the PCP chat. They're so wacky.
They're so wacky. Should I go through them? Should I, like, read them?
Yeah.
This is... Okay, I'm gonna say... The thing about these... Chris's strategy is to like rewrite history and be like, no, here's why that didn't happen. And she gives like three different get out of jail free cards, and they all like contradict each other. It's total nonsense. Okay. So right. Slime and Punishment comes out. Lakakam goes from the beta timeline to the alpha timeline and returns with all the slime.
Spoilers!
The Grand Canyon is full of slime again. The city falls on Chris Chan Sonichu, presumably crushing her, presumably to death. I don't know. I mean, never found a body, but, that's sure what it looked like was happening. So I message Chris, and I basically say, hey, Christine, sorry, I've got bad news, but, Lakakam's back in the Alpha timeline, and they're real mad. They're real mad about the Soda Rain Holocaust, and they're going to war. The war has been declared. The war is on. I'm sorry. Quickville is under attack. And Christine says, I got news for you, Ben. What you said there did not take place in the C197 of this timeline at all. By the way, she has tweeted before specifically referencing this taking place in C197, so this is contradicting herself. This is nonsense. See, that happened in an alt timeline from this one, right here. That affected the alpha timeline, but not here, the omega timeline. You picked up on one of the many, many self-counterparts from your Chris Chan Sonichu of this dimension. You may call it C197 Alpha, but it was actually dimension C194, sister dimension of reality 1214. Do you know how I... Yeah?
Do you know what any of these... Are these made up new things?
These are just completely made up. These have never been referenced before. There has never been a C194 or a 1214. These are just like, I don't know, let me think of a different number. No, it was actually this other number. I promise. So... She claims that no, that's not the alpha timeline, it's the omega timeline. Then she claims not only is it not the right timeline, it's actually a completely separate dimension entirely. So it doesn't even matter. This omega timeline thing is totally irrelevant, and why would it matter even if it were true?
It's just like a different Greek letter.
And do you know how I know that, Ben? Because the Chris Chan talking with you right now came from that very dimension.
So the conversation you're having with this Chris Chan is from C194.
That's what she says. That's what she says, but nah, I don't buy it. I was there while that cop fucker had me in his slimy, mutated grasp. But as that beta plane landed on him, I literally teleported out of there in an instant. At least to all of you. I am literally faster than time. So not only does she claim, no, that wasn't the alpha timeline, that was the omega timeline. And also, no, that wasn't C197, that was C194. And also, no, it also didn't kill me because I teleported out of there really fast. So,
yeah. There's multiple layers of, like, redundancy.
Yeah. There's all on every possible level. This is, no, this is not what it appears. She continues, I can, what you call, time stop at any moment. All I had to do was hit that pause, clear my mind, teleport out of his grip, and Mach speed dash far away from the impact zone. I was in the next state over, and then some, upon that impact. Your beta timeliners ended up falling at the hands of their alpha self-counterparts. Not even slime could protect any of them. Quickville remained very much safe and sound. Yeah?
Wait, what does she mean by your beta timelines ended up falling at the hands of their alpha self-counterparts?
What it seems to me to be suggesting is that the slimed people from the Beta Prime timeline came to the Alpha timeline. You know, the city fell. Okay, here she's contradicting herself again, because first she says that no, this was the Omega timeline, but now she's saying, okay, yes, the Beta timeline people did come to the Alpha timeline, but then they were killed by the Alpha timeliners. So, like, what does the so-called Omega have to do with it? Answer: nothing. It's a fiction. Unlike everything else, which is real. But she seems to be suggesting that the de-slimed Alpha timeline people killed the Beta people that came there, even though all the Alpha people would be dead because the city fell on top of them and crushed the Alpha timeline's version of Nlakakam, so it's just destroyed. And B, the Beta timeliners have slime, which makes them invincible compared to someone who don't have slime. We saw Phantom Horn, he just easily dispatches everyone from the Alpha timeline. He just butchers them without a second thought, because without slime, what can they possibly do? Nothing. So it's ridiculous. It's totally absurd on its face. Anyway, Chris continues, Quickville remained very much safe and sound, and all remaining slime was nullified as well. Nice try, though. But you know that a deity is not one to be trifled with that easily. Okay, so that's all bullshit. And then here we go. You might like to know also that back in my timeline, Michael Jackson lived a few more years beyond yours. He put out 2 additional albums of inspiration and uplift, as he counted from his experience of falling in golden years into elderly ages. But his fate was the same as yours. He OD'd. He didn't want to feel that old when he felt so young. Like Sonichu going back in time within your Chris Chans to undo your COVID virus, I came back in time to see your fate play out. I will be personally talking with you again, face to face, very soon, with my body and my Magi-chan. See you then, Ben. Lightning bolt, blue heart, lightning bolt. So, I don't know if
the
this
Michael
is a threat.
Jackson. What?
The Michael,
Wait.
you just had to tell me, and you know, I know we're talking about like timelines and realities and like the nature of the universe and stuff, but let me tell you a little bit about Michael Jackson.
He got older and he made some new albums. And then
he
he
didn't
OD'd.
like being old, so he OD'd and he died.
What does it mean his fate was the same as yours? Is Chris Chan like predicting your death?
I think Chris is implying that I think it's that like the implication is that I am like ODing on the slime or something, like the slime is corrupting me. I think that's an allusion to that.
I see.
That's the best thing I can come up with. So then, like, Sonichu's going back in time within your Chris Chans, possessive Chris Chans, to undo your COVID virus. So, she's saying that Sonichu went back in time in the C197 timeline? Or, I don't know what timeline she's talking about. I don't know what dimension she's talking about, but in some dimension, Sonichu went back in time and undid COVID. Which is I appreciate a lot. That's pretty cool of him.
I want to read that. I want to read that comic.
Yeah, I want to read. Me too. I wish he was a little more specific about it. Anyway, this is all complete nonsense. Like I have seen reports from C197 that the war is raging. The war is raging right now. You know, there's photographic evidence. It can't be denied. Chris doesn't want to see, doesn't want to acknowledge that it's true. You know, but it is. Quickville is under attack. It is being besieged. And, you know, the people of New Los Angeles City will not be satisfied with anything less than total surrender. So, you know, sad but true. I'm glad we went into that. Yeah, so if you want more Michael Jackson, go to fucking, I don't know.
C194?
I guess
or the Omega timeline? Which one are we in?
We right now are in 1218. We are in 1218. Sonichu and Endless War take place in C197. Wait a minute. If C197 is the cartooniverse that corresponds to 1218, why is C194 the one that corresponds to 1214? What's the logic there? Okay.
Numbers.
Whatever. So Omega timeline. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Give me a fucking break. Okay. So
Well,
anyway, I guess I'll be seeing her soon. I guess she will be visiting me bodily. Um, whatever that means.
it means you're gonna meet up again. There's no more BronyCons to go to, but you know.
I just she's gonna have to come to me if that's gonna happen. And my reading of this is that she intends to do it via some kind of astral projection or teleportation. I don't think she's gonna like get a train up to Boston. Yeah. So I guess she'll be visiting me in my nightmares, but physically in reality. But she doesn't say what dimension that'll be happening in. So
It's probably happening right now.
She's right behind me.
Maybe she was the one who like created that dream, that puzzle dream you had.
Ooh. She's the one that set up all the puzzles, or maybe Magi-chan did.
Yeah,
because Magi-chan's smarter.
And because you didn't solve the riddles, you didn't solve it quickly enough, and then you woke up. Then that means slime sucks.
We couldn't unlock the secrets of the slime, and it stayed trapped in the dream realm. Oh fuck! That made me think of something. What was it? I was gonna say. Magi-chan did make a physical appearance in the Sonichu 102 lecture. So I mean, I guess anything is possible.
Oh shit!
Do you remember that?
I do.
I didn't see it. I couldn't see it. Like I didn't see it, but like no, I've been going over the footage, and I think it's undeniable. I think an entity from C197 appeared, and I think it was Magi-chan. I don't know. I can't prove it, but all the evidence points to it. So it was very. I mean, I'll be releasing that, and you'll be able to judge for yourself. Was it only a dream, or was it reality? Think about it. Think about what you're trying to do to me. And as we all know, Aretha Franklin's "Think" is the anthem of Quickville. So you know, think, do it.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay. Beautiful.
Whew.
Well, I think we've covered everything there is to cover about that.
Well, I guess I could like, I could talk a bit more about girl shit, like girl shit, like female, like huh?
What? Huh?
So last two episodes ago, I explained that I'm like gender something. Still don't really know.
Gay.
Gender gay.
Yeah.
Trying out female pronouns. I was trying to do voice like feminization to be like high pitched, but I was like I don't know, whatever. It's hard, and I keep forgetting to do it. I'll figure it out eventually if I ever do that. But you know, dude, I'm gonna go to Amazon.com and buy a skirt, and it's gonna arrive, and I'm gonna put it on, and that's all I've got to say about it.
No.
Nah, I'm gonna buy a skirt. I'm thinking of buy a skirt.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense, I guess.
I got nothing to say about it, really. It's just I'm just continuing to be a gender freak, a cool person that is better than everyone else, based, and dab.
Oh god, our views! Our views are plummeting! Oh god, our audience, they're hemorrhaging audience!
They weren't here already, they left.
They're splitting! No, keep going, split the audience, make them hate each other, divide them against one another, for our mutual gain.
They saw that Nate still wasn't here, and they said, nope, and they left a little comment about it.
Can't wait till Nate comes back, but he's trans.
I can't wait for
fucking
Nate to
wait.
come back for it, but he's trans and more trans than everyone else. She's more trans. Haha.
Haha. Ha. Um.
Oh, yeah. I know it's like it's embarrassing to talk about. All right, I get it. Like I can't like get the words out because it's like woo, woo, you know, all that stupid shit. Everyone's
Yeah.
always saying like, oh, you, well, wow,
Oh wow,
bleh,
that was stupid. Yeah.
girls, huh?
What?
You don't
Okay.
look like one. You don't sound like one. I know.
Die. Okay.
But I've been shaving my legs to get rid of that hair that I have on them.
Right.
And
Sure.
I think I told like
Didn't
when
you
I
say?
shave when I
Didn't you say you
shave
shaved
my
them
legs.
at RadCon? You hated it. Because it like hurt, right?
Yeah, at RadCon 4, I shaved them for the OVA, which is in production.
We probably shouldn't say too much, but I do want to say that you posted a thing. You posted an update on the OVA,
Yes.
and I thought it looked sick as fuck.
Yes.
I was kind of like, I'd sort of been dreading it. I'd sort of been feeling like, I feel like it's stagnated. I feel like nothing has happened on it. I feel like I don't know if it's gonna like be what I wanted it to be. I don't know how many like compromises we're gonna have to make, and how is this gonna disappoint me. And you posted the thing, and I was like, no, it's fine. It's gonna be good. It's actually gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Which is so what a relief actually. But yes. Okay. And I won't go into any specifics about it.
Yeah. What was I? Oh yes, I shaved my as much of my body as I could for that, but I'd never done it before ever. Like my legs had never been shaven, my arms had never been shaven. When I did it, it was like, oh wow, I feel like a completely different person. But also, I did it wrong. I did it the worst possible way. I used like a fucking cheap razor. I think I told this story in the PCP. I used a cheap razor, and I dry shaved my whole body because it didn't hurt.
Yeah,
and I thought
that would hurt really bad.
Yeah, I was just sort of like amazed at seeing the hair like not be there anymore. That I didn't realize that I should probably think about this before I continued to do it, and I just did the rest. And I was like, yeah, this feels good. Next day, extreme pain, but like, you know, we got a thing to film, so I filmed the thing. We all did the stuff, and yeah, it just hurt like shit for ages because I cut my leg a million times, microscopic death by thousand cuts. But now I've researched how to do it, and I've learned that there's you just need to be not an idiot, and you shave it the same way you would shave your face. You use water, use shaving foam, and you make sure that it is warm and wet and clean.
You ever use?
You shave in the bath. That's what I've been doing.
You ever see a device called an epilator?
I think I saw it when I was looking around.
When I used to like try like shaving my chest and stuff. Be like, will this look good? And no, it doesn't. I don't do it. It's stupid. It was dumb. But for a while there, I was like, I don't know, maybe I should do that. And I did it. And this was in like college, and my girlfriend at the time had, she had an epilator that she used on her legs, and I was like, what is this? And if you don't know, an epilator, it sort of looks like a razor that you might take to shave, but it doesn't shave you. What it has in it are these like rolling pins or like bar. I don't know how to describe them. They're these rolling things. It's sort of like, you ever seen like them toss an animal carcass into like a meat grinder, and it like gets like it gets like rolled in and like squished in between like these rolling things. An epilator is like that. And what you do is you pass it over your body, and these rolling things like grab the hairs and rip them out by the roots. So it hurts really bad, but you get really fucking smooth. It's smoother than a shave because there's no stubble, or like it takes a while for the stubble to grow back in. So, and I mean, for me, I'm a very hairy guy, so it was like a real nightmare.
Did you
But I
do
did
it?
it
Did you do it
yeah,
somewhere?
a couple of times. A couple of times I did it just to see. Before I was like, I think I'm gonna stop doing this. There's no point to it. It's dumb.
How quick did it regrow?
It takes maybe a week for it to start being stubble again.
Okay. I mean, I feel like just generally shaving does the same amount. Like it's stubble and
Well,
it's sort of
I
there
mean,
the
when you
whole
shave, like you start to get stubble like immediately.
yeah. Oh, are
Yeah.
you saying that there's absolutely nothing until a week passes?
I'm saying when you epilate, yeah, you don't have like any. If you do it all at once, you don't have like any stubble for like at least a few days, because it's like under the skin and it doesn't like the root doesn't regrow out the skin for a little while. Because you're
It's
not cutting it at the skin layer, you're pulling it out from deeper in.
hmm. Hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I heard of
It's
epilator. I
cool, I
heard of like
guess.
this other thing that's like lasers. They use lasers to like burn the hair
Yeah,
follicle so that it
laser
never
hair
grows back.
removal is a thing. I think
I'm like,
sometimes it can grow back eventually, like some of it.
there's so many fucking hairs on a leg. So the amount of power that the laser would need over the whole leg.
I
It's too
mean,
much. It's too much. Probably too
really
expensive.
like I don't. Is that the problem?
I
Nah,
don't
that
know.
laser would have to be too powerful. I don't understand. Like, how would it work? Like, how does a laser shoot? Do they pull the hair out and then shoot the laser down the hair hole?
No, not down the. I think it's more like because the skin is like semi
Transparent.
translucent.
Uh,
So they
oh
can
yeah.
it's like a cancer treatment in the same way that you have two lasers and where they meet it burns but everywhere else it doesn't.
Mm.
So they probably have like two lasers and they
Ah.
pinpoint it at the specific point and they just do that a million billion times.
You know, I didn't know that's how it works, but it makes sense. So
Well, I
okay.
don't know how that's how the hair removal works, but that's how cancer treatment works. Because if they shot you with the whatever it is thing, the gamma rays, I don't exactly know.
Yeah.
But if they shot you with just that, all of your cells would be affected the same way. They need to pinpoint where the cancer is, which is why it's really important to get it early, because then it's not all over the place, and you don't need to do that much chemo.
Right.
So they can just
Oh my god.
figure out where it is, shoot from a different angles to pinpoint an area, and then it burns the fucking thing, and it's
This
gone.
is making me super nervous because sometimes I haven't been to a doctor. I haven't had a checkup in like 2 years. And I'm like, sometimes I think about it and I'm like, maybe I should get one. And then I'm like, oh god, but what if it's bad news?
I
What if I
mean,
go in and they're like, well, you got cancer. And you've had cancer for almost exactly 2 years and it's too late. You ever
yeah,
think
but
about
like,
that? You ever think about that?
I mean, don't really.
Okay.
I feel
You
like
should.
I don't think I shouldn't go to the doctor because I'm scared that it will be bad news.
Yeah. I mean, sure, obviously. Obviously, I'm not being rational about this.
Because like if you feel like there could be something bad, it would be one a relief to now know that there is nothing wrong,
I
or
don't feel like there's
to
anything
catch it
bad.
early if there is something wrong and potentially live.
I don't feel like there's anything wrong, but I feel like sometimes you just go to the doctor and you think everything's fine, and they're like, actually, you're gonna die.
Did they say that to you every time?
Well, not to me,
Well, then
but they could.
what's the problem then?
I'm saying, what if I go and I'm like, yeah, I'm just coming in to get, just test me for, I don't
COVID,
know,
yeah, whatever.
just give me a prostate exam or whatever, the standard, and I'll be on my way. And they're like, oh, no, 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 your blood work came in and your blood is full of poison. Like, excuse me? What did
Full
you
of
say?
poison. You could,
Just
if you
chock
drink your own
full.
blood, you'd die.
Yeah. Exactly. But, like, I don't know. Sometimes you feel fine, but you're actually on death's door.
Well, I mean, I guess the potential like worry, like needless worry of like knowing that you're going to die, but having nothing you can do about it would like make the rest of your life suck. But I mean, worrying about it surely also makes the rest, like, it's the same thing. Worrying about the potential that you could be dying.
Yeah.
Is about the same as, like, knowing that you're gonna die. Well, not the same, but, like, it impacts your life in the same way negatively. So just, if you just go to the doctor and they say, you just have to be really nervous and say, oh, is there anything else? Do you think I have anything else? And they just say, no, just go away. You're fine. You stupid piece of shit. I hope you die. That's what they should say.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, okay. This is me. I should get an appointment.
Yeah, get an appointment. Get one right now. Go to appointments.com. Get the doctor app.
Need a dentist appointments too. I got a couple cavities. I got a couple cavities that need to be drilled.
Filled.
Drilled and filled. Drill them and fill them.
That's what they say about me.
That's what I do when I have sex.
I thought you didn't have sex. I thought you were an abstinence.
I lied. I'm sorry. I went on Twitter and I told
I can't believe
I
you
told
would
a
lie.
lie for attention and likes, and I got them, and everyone said, "Yay! I love Ben. He's a virgin like me."
It's funny. Fuck. It's funny that it got like attention and likes because everybody knew that it wasn't true.
It's like my most popular tweet in like weeks or months.
It's like completely nothing about it is interesting. It's just like,
I don't know.
Hey
why.
guys,
I don't know what.
I'm pretending to hate sex. Haha, that's a funny joke. I like.
And everyone's like, I love this. I want more of this. I want to encourage this kind of behavior.
I mean, it's not terrible. It's just sort of like, whatever.
It's just baffling. It's just I don't know why I made it. And I was like, why are people liking it?
It did seem to me like a lol so random sort of tweet.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. Precisely. I guess people are into that. I've been getting like.
I mean, I do those. I do those all the time. I'm no better.
I don't know why my attention to my Twitter has picked up a little bit. I was just like hemorrhaging followers, and I still kind of am, but now I've started gaining a few to replace them, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because of Slime and Punishment. I don't fucking know. Twitter sucks. I'm terrible at Twitter. My follower count has been in like slow decline for a long time. It's kind of a bummer, actually.
I honestly can't. I can't believe that anyone pays attention to their follower number.
I mean, I just notice it every once in a while to be like, oh, yep, went down a few more. Okay.
Oh, the only thing is like, I see when somebody follows, but I don't see a button like a notification when someone unfollows. So I just assume it's constantly going up.
No, mine is. I've lost like maybe 100 over the last like year or so. Maybe only 6 months.
Oh, a year or 6 months. That's not so bad.
I think it's just people who followed me like a while ago and like forgot and are just finally getting around to like I don't even remember who this guy is anymore. Unfollow.
Yeah, he's changed his name so many times. He got so many funny things in the name.
Yeah.
I have discovered a Twitter breakthrough, which is like it's not something that is new. It's just something I just realized because I've been stupid this whole time. Is that you don't follow people you know and want to keep up with. You follow people who retweet shit all the time. Specific shit. I found this guy and he's an artist. And I was like, oh, what is his art? And I was looking for his art because I saw he was an artist. I was like, where's your art? All it was retweets of other artists. I was like, where's your fucking art? I can't believe all you do is retweet. Oh, there's one of them. So I found one of his hearts, but like 98% of what he does is retweet cool art from other people. And then I realized that he is a good artist who is curating Twitter for me. I should just follow him. And then I followed him, and now my feed is filled with great retweets of cool shit. And that's all I see. It's the best. Because each individual artist would like post their art and then sometimes something else or some other thing, but this guy only retweets the cool shit that he sees. So it's like I'm cutting out the annoyance of following somebody who only posts about their art some of the time. And it's the best.
I'm
Let me
yeah,
figure out.
I guess so. I don't really follow Twitter for art that much, honestly. I use Twitter more as a news feed.
It's
I think I've talked about this before. I mostly go to Twitter to like read like what's fucking happening in like the news and stuff.
I don't. I've got it all. I've got it all Arabic. I can't read it. The trending
Wait,
tab.
really?
Yeah, I changed my location, so I can't read what's trending. And it's always like just some letters. I feel like I've said this before.
Maybe, but I forgot. That's very funny. That's very funny.
The person I follow is at chibichanga12. But I'll put a little thing there, so in case anybody wants to see cool art all the time.
I don't think anybody wants to see that.
Me.
Okay. I'm gonna look at this person. So this person does do their own art.
Yes. Very rarely do they post it, but you know.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's quite good. It was like, it's professional looking.
I mean,
but the thing I like about it,
I see a lot of retweets from Cheesy Manfredo. That guy's like always retweeting people's cool art and stuff.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
probably,
Cheesy.
honestly, that's probably the most art I see on Twitter is from Cheesy retweeting. Lol.
Speaking of art and Twitter, I was thinking of making like a new Twitter account for not safe for work art. Hee. And I would draw like a big booby mummy milker or two per day.
Good.
That's what I'm thinking of doing.
Okay.
Judge, jury, executioner. You can try to kill me, but I'm too quick. I can run away from you.
Well, okay. I mean, I don't know. Follow your bliss. Follow your bliss.
Follow my bliss?
Follow your bliss.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Well, I look forward to that. Should I follow it? Should I follow it, or will you be embarrassed?
No, people can follow it. I'm probably not going to like hide it and be secretive because this doesn't matter. Who cares? People already know that I like sex and things of that nature. And I think, everybody's got a not safe for work account these days. What does it matter if I have one as well? I made an OnlyFans, and that was funny and epic, and everyone liked it.
Are there still updates on that? Is that updating or?
No, I've just sort of forgot to. I mean, this month has been like mostly the comic that I've been drawing and nothing else. But I don't know. I feel like OnlyFans takes such a large cut that it's not really worth doing it. Like, it was funny for a meme and for a bit of cash, but like.
Hey, what's Pump's OnlyFans account called?
Pump911.
Lol. Pump911 OnlyFans. I'm gonna look this up. Here we go. Pump911. So, I don't know how to read a fucking OnlyFans. Can you like see how many followers a person has?
I don't know.
I see up in the top left, I see 9 posts and 22 likes. And that's all I can see. Oh well.
Yeah, I've received 22 likes.
Do you have any subscribers?
Probably. Why is it not loading? I clicked on the thing. It's not loading the page. Whatever.
Sometimes I'll see, like, up here where it says how many posts and likes, sometimes there's more info and there'll be, like, a little, like, stick figure with a heart next to it and a number, and I think that's the number of subscribers, but I don't know. It doesn't actually say what it means.
I think all of my subscribers have left because I stopped updating. But
yeah,
I don't know.
sense.
I feel like it's probably worth my time to just build up like some sort of a public following, and then say, hey, here's my specific not safe for work Patreon or whatever I end up deciding to do, if I ever go that far with it, beyond like hobbyist.
Indeed. Yeah.
It really
Makes
is not
sense.
loading whatsoever. I'm just seeing the logo right now.
OnlyFans, it's like really slow and like loads really badly, like consistently when I go to it, which I never do. I would never support sex workers. So yeah, but it's always like takes forever to fucking get off the page where the OnlyFans logo is just floating there. Bad website.
Yes, sucks. Oh, should we talk about Munchie?
Oh, what about him?
Munchie leave. Munchie lieber the server.
Did he post a thing
all of the server
in the RFCK? Did he? He left all. Did he leave this server?
No, he's still here. He's just
okay.
Well, I feel like he would probably not want me to butcher his statement, but I will say
I haven't actually read his statement.
The statement is basically he's wants to focus on being a real person outside of an online personality. So the things he did as an online personality, such as podcasts and streams, he's not abandoning, but he's leaving indefinitely and may one day return, but it's not like a sure thing in any way.
Did he post that in the auditorium?
He didn't. He posted that in Detention Center.
Oh.
He also posted it in QuickDraw.
Oh shit. Okay, well, whatever. I haven't read it, but I think he's like told me as much before. I am like, okay, yeah, all right. If you want to, like, school starting, you want to focus on school or whatever, that's fine. Whatever. I don't mean to be dismissive, but I do think it's sort of weird, and I don't really get it, to be like, I'm gonna be off the internet to focus on being a real person.
Well, I don't think he used those exact words.
Okay, alright, yeah, alright, I shouldn't, alright, if you're paraphrasing. I don't know, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like, Munchie hasn't been on the PCP in a while anyway, so it's not really an announcement that he's left the PCP, but like...
I don't see why it has to be so black and white, either or, like, I'm on the internet or I'm not on the internet, but at the end of the day, like, whatever he wants to do.
Well, it's fine. Not like I feel like it's not like the internet. I feel like it's more of the internet personality Munchie wears tiny hats. Yeah. Like the things people expect of Munchie wears tiny hats. The appearances at RadCon, I assume. Making content at all. It's just like he wants to stop the expectations that he will continue to do that forever, which is like, fairly respectable, and I don't really mind that he still exists, obviously, and I'm his friend, so I can talk to him.
I mean, Munchie doesn't really, Munchie doesn't really make content. Like, I have not been expecting Munchie content for a while.
No, but like,
the lecture came out, and that was fine.
Yeah, he got his things, all affairs all in order, but like, I think not doing RCK episodes and streams and Endless War stuff was like a big thing.
Yeah. If you I'm looking at the statement right now. Okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess it's like Munchie was already like, yeah, he might have been. I don't know exactly how much time he was spending on Endless War. I mean, if he wants to pull back from that, fair enough. It kind of seemed like he was already mostly disengaged. Like, he wasn't being on the PCP. He wasn't like making his own videos or anything. He wasn't like working on any art projects that were like people were anticipating. He had already like pulled back most of the way.
Yeah, I think this is. He said he was like doing all that to see how it felt not doing any of this
Yeah.
stuff. So
And it was fine. It's just whatever you want to do. It's just whatever anybody wants to do. I don't know. I'm just like
where's
I'm
Investigator?
yeah. I'm just like I being doing the stuff that I do on the internet does not in any way prohibit me from doing other things in real life. So it's
I don't think it's
yeah.
like it feels like it prohibits him from doing other things. I think it's just sort of a cloud over one's head to like be switched on. I mean, you know how he always like when you turn a camera to Munchie, like he always does the funny thing. Like I feel like that he's got that sort of like the pressure to be a certain like, you know, he wouldn't like live stream him just sitting around. He's not that sort of person. So like the any obligation that he has to like be someone internet personality wise, I think is what he was like trying to distance himself from.
Yeah.
And I feel like you maybe are a little different where you just feel like it's the same. Real life and the internet is the same and you're just doing whatever.
I do feel like real life and the internet is the same. Like I guess on like a show or whatever, I guess I do put on like a little bit of like I'll like bring my energy level up or whatever, or I'll I do like behave in a deliberate way to like get good responses, but like I do that normally in real life when I'm just with people. I'm like if I'm like hanging out with someone, I'll like try and like be funny or whatever, or try and be like I don't know, entertaining in the exact same way that I do like on the internet. It's the same to me anyway.
When I'm in real life, I don't do anything. I just sort of like float through an experience. And when somebody says something to me, I go, "Huh? What?"
Yep. That's true. That's true. I heard it.
Yeah, just mentioning to people who may have like heard rumors of Munchie, and then this is just explanation.
Well, okay. I feel like I have now explained how why this is like different from how I would characterize these things, but like I respect it. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And,
but I am a little upset because it's like
okay.
Because I don't know if we're gonna finish our slime monopoly.
Ooh,
we're not gonna be able to finish slime monopoly.
Slime Monopoly was so fun.
It was the funnest I've had
Even
in a
when
long
Munchie
time.
fucking squatters rights me. Even that.
It was so intense.
Yeah.
And the board was so cool. I wish I could have stayed there for even longer.
I thought it was probably about time to quit playing that when you left anyway. So I was like, I kind of think this is good that we have a reason to be like, all right, call it here. We gotta judge the contest. Well, heck. Yeah,
I landed on the fucking get all of the money spot thing, didn't I?
You piece of shit. You landed on was it community service?
I got a community service and it said collect all the money from the thing. No. I landed on the board. Wait, I can't remember.
Yeah, you landed. Yeah, you rolled a 5. You were like, if I roll a 5, I'm gonna land on community service, and you did, and you got like $800 from it.
Yeah, I don't think it's called community service, like the community chest money. King's ransom or something.
Oh, Kingpin's coffers.
That's the one.
Kingpin's coffers. That's right.
I got everything. Right. I could buy so many hotels.
That sucks so bad. Yeah, we're fucked. But I don't know if Munchie wanted to come back.
That's the real reason Munchie is not coming back, because he doesn't want to have to face me.
If Munchie wanted to come back for a guest spot on a Slime Monopoly episode 2, I would love that. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Anyone that didn't that didn't see, if you want, go to twitch.tv/rowdyfrickerscopkillers and watch. I don't think it's not the latest video. It's the second latest video because I highlighted them in like a weird order. But it was the Slime Fest. It's 8 hours long, but the first like half of it is us playing Slime Monopoly. It's a custom Monopoly board that Smearg made with the help of like input from other people in the RFCK community. It looks so good. It's like so custom. It's got like a new custom rule set. There's like new cards and there's new like mechanics added onto it. There's like a Slimoid mechanic that I don't think any of us ever got to really use, but it's in there. The pieces are like 3D modeled and they're so good.
They're so great. I love the little Lord of Ghosts model with the like you can look underneath like upskirt Lord of Ghosts and you can see that Smearg has modeled like the eyes.
I never did that. You were saying that, but I never got around to peeking. I wanted to. I was curious. Next time. If there is a next time. I hope there'll be a next time. I would like to finish that game. Because everyone says Monopoly is like a terrible game and like a boring game that just makes everyone mad. And it's kind of true. And yet it was like so tense that I was enthralled. I was on the edge of my seat.
It makes everyone mad, but people play it with their family, and you don't want to be mad at your family. When you have like a friendly rival, in like Rowdy Fucker Cop Killer sort of situation, then it's fun. Yeah, because friends don't play Monopoly, only families do, which is always wrong.
When Munchie Squatters writes me, I was legitimately upset and could not talk for a while because I was like too mad.
You were like switched off. Like,
I was seething. And
we were like, oh my god, what is it? He can't even speak, and you just said like, I'm looking up the rules.
Yeah, so I was
like so dead.
He fucking got me. He fucking got me. I mean, it was like cheap. It was really cheap. That like he didn't say that he was moving, but it's technically not against the rules. You don't technically have to say what you're doing. And he fucking robbed me of like $50 that should have been mine. But hey, that's capitalism, I guess. Lamau. Good times. I don't know. You want to go to voicemails?
Yeah, we've been going for an hour and a half.
Hour 15.
Do you have anything else to say about stuff?
I guess now would be the time to do it. No, I'm just like, I'm really over not having delivered on my Kickstarters, and I'm really impatient for those fucking books to get here, so I can fucking do that.
You should do an unboxing video of getting the books.
Oh, maybe I could. You know what I really want to do? I keep thinking about this, and every time I think of it, I'm like, yeah, that is a good idea. I want to do like cooking videos. I want to do like a series of like.
I would love to
Ben's
see
recipes.
how Ben makes like the gummies and keto pizza and all of these weird things that you've come up with and you talk about. But like, I want to see it.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, like the pepperoni crust is like it's like a Ben invention. Nobody else does it. But it works great, and it's all me. I invented it, and why not make a video being like, here's how I do it, lol. The worms is such like a strange thing that like no human being does. I feel like that probably deserves to be documented in some form. But I would have to clean my kitchen because my kitchen is filthy. But I can handle it. Yeah, I don't know. I keep thinking about that. And probably when I have some free time and nothing better to do, I will do that. Cause why the fuck not? Other than that, nah, I don't got nothing to say. Let's do voicemails. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get this site up.
That's oh fuck, what is it? Is
speakpipe.com / TP Crastinators? Is it? No, the Pro Crastinators.
I will look it up on theprocrastinatorspodcast.com. It is speakpipe.com / PCP voicemail.
Lol.
is how you send us a friggin' voicemail for us
Keep
to
getting
listen
it
to.
wrong.
I do too. Because I keep thinking it's like the Twitter, it's TP Crastinators, but no. It's PCP voicemail.
PCP voicemail.
Okay. You see, I think the first one is voicemail lore tards.
Yep.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
2 episodes ago, some guy called in autistically screeching about quote unquote the voicemail god submitting his Persona 5 voicemails. You friggin' idiot. That's Tiny Timmy. Don't you fucking remember the whole arc of giving him a name and shit, bro? Come on.
Of course we don't, because who cares?
No, I don't know. I don't know who either of those people are. I've never heard, I don't know. There's lore? We have lore now? Very confusing.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna give you lore and I'm gonna forget it immediately. You are dumb.
Dead, die, crushed. Okay. Next up, Cringe Conjurer. 3, 2, 1, go.
Somebody was asking about recognizing your own cringe so that you can be based, and it reminded me of an amazing story I think you guys would appreciate. So I would go to Friday Night Magic, which is when you go to your comic shop to play Magic the Gathering with other losers. And we were playing one day, and there's a table of people playing Pokemon, and this one guy walks in, and he was, I swear, the star football player of our high school. And he walked in with a Pokemon shirt and his little deck box of Pokemon cards. And the shopkeep was like, "Hey, what's up, state champ?" And everybody was like, "Oh yeah, this guy's the fucking state champion of Pokemon, bro. Oh, he's so good." And he made eye contact with me and my fucking nerdy friends from the same school, and it looked like he saw a ghost. It was hilarious. He pulled us outside and fucking freaked out and was like begging us, and like he would offer to buy us packs if we didn't tell anybody.
That's
it was
so
hilarious.
lame.
So yeah,
Wait.
you got to own your own cringe, because if you don't, that's the cringiest thing of all.
That's so lame to be like, please don't tell anyone. Please don't tell my friends.
So
that's so sad.
I missed. So you said baseball champion at school or something?
Some sport. I don't think he mentioned which sport it was.
Yeah, so sports kid, Alpha Chad kid, exposed for liking and Pokemon and being good at it as well.
For being state champ. State champ. That's like
that's
like
straight
a big
out,
deal, I think.
That's straight out of like a sitcom, that situation.
That is. That's like, it's like Light Yagami walked into my card store and it's like, "Hey, what's up? You finally made it to nationals in fucking Magic the Gathering." It's like, yeah, it is. That's very sitcom.
Guys, please, that is cringe. He should have been like, oh my god, this guy who's really good at sports, he's also really good at Pokemon. That just means he would get more popular with all the kids who like Pokemon.
I thought it was gonna be. I didn't think we were gonna go in the like, oh, and he was like, "Oh no, please don't tell anyone." Like, that seems, honestly, I'm not sure I believe it. That's trans my credulity. Imagine being, because like, why, if you're like fucking star quarterback or whatever, if you're Alpha Chad, why would you be so insecure about like being state champ at Pokemon cards?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe like they get pressure from the like dad to be the sports kid, and they're like, "Okay, Dad, I'll do what you wanted to do but couldn't." Oh, okay, I'll just do it. They are the
sports kid. They did it.
Yeah, they did it because they like, but maybe they don't like it. Maybe they hate it, but they're just pressured to do it. They secretly want to be a Pokemon kid.
You can't be star quarterback and hate it that much, right? I mean, maybe.
I don't know. I've never played an entire sport.
But yes, not owning your cringe is the cringiest thing of all. Yeah, I think we can all agree that that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next one, men and women. Huh? What? Huh?
I was just gonna say, he should have, like, seeing his friends, he should have just given him a wink. It's like, yeah, you know.
Oh, you mean seeing these nerds at the table?
Seeing these nerds that he recognizes from his school, he just should have just like winked, like, yeah, I'm cool.
I mean, yeah, that would have been a cooler
like,
thing to do.
Flicked his hair, bangs.
That would have been more based, but you know, that's not the world we live in. Okay, men and women. 3, 2, 1.
all right, let me get the record straight. Men are like, and women are like, ah. Do you understand it now?
Okay.
What?
What I have only before understood on a sort of emotional, visceral level now has been put into words for me to be communicated.
I mean, like, true.
Oh, fuck yeah!
It's true. It's always been the case.
Mm-hmm. That's just biology. That's just science. Oh, I want to say, going back to the Chris Chan's weird DMs. Chris was arguing with Endless War, and it's really weird to me that she called Endless War on Twitter Ben, as though like Endless War is not a separate entity. Like, I don't know why she would think that like Endless War is Ben. Like, I don't like just like, you know, she's Chris Chan Sonichu, and Nightstar is like a separate entity from that, you know. So I don't know why she wouldn't like call Endless War because that's his name. So that's confusing, but whatever. But there's the part where she's claiming that like, oh no, it was the Omega timeline. She made some replies. I didn't read them. But so the Omega timeline, and you know, Endless War like posts a picture of the timeline from Slime and Punishment, and he's like, you know, it's clearly labeled. This is the Alpha timeline. You know, I'm sorry, but the science just checks out on this one. And a couple people liked that and thought it was pretty funny, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty. Endless War, that's a good one.
I like that Endless War like uses Twitter. He's got like no hands. How does he do it?
Endless War uses Twitter, and like until now he mostly just retweets like cool slime. Like he mostly just like will just retweet anything that like is like, oh yeah, that's pretty slimy. Oh yeah, that's green. I like that. But you know, now the war is on, so I think he might get a little more active.
Starting to get snarky.
He might, yeah, a little bit. He might have a little more. He might have some opinions to share. At Endless War, I think it's at Endless War RFCK. I think is his handle on Twitter. Follow him. He's good. He's a good boy. Okay. Next one. It's cringe, but it's sincere. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, PCP. Just wanted to say thanks for all the content you put out over the years. Been watching some of your vids since the pony days, but only got into the podcast back in 2017 when I got my cushy programming job. I binge listened to it a lot, especially when things were quieter than usual in the office, made the days a lot less monotonous. And I also went to the dentist for surgery the other day. It wasn't fun, more so since I had to wear full PPE because of the Rona. But I was able to sneak in my phone and earphones, and I listened to one of your older episodes, which made the experience less terrible overall. So yeah, thanks for the podcasts, the videos, the comics, the music, and the games that y'all have put out. Really good stuff. Oh, and special thanks to Ben, Tom, and Gib for holding down the fort, so to speak, for a while. Hope the others are okay. That's all. Bye.
That's really nice.
Yeah, thank you. I got nothing to say other than cool. Sorry about the surgery. I myself am terrified of dentistry and surgery in specific. So I will have to think of something I will have to find something to listen to to help me deal with that shit.
Just record your own voice saying things that aren't related to dentistry and listen to that.
Oh boy. I don't want to think about it. Okay. Next. Anyway, thank you. We're doing our best. Next up is Several Discontent Fish. 3, 2, 1, go.
Konnichiwa.
God damn
I
it.
am samurai.
This
Ori,
fucking asshole.
former
Leave me
sensei
alone. Stop.
of Benno Sento-san,
Please.
and clearly very much dedicated to this joke. Benno-san, you said Krano no longer need you, for we have Mr. T-san. Surprise! It was not Mr. T, but me. Haha, epic troll. This only phase 1 in a samurai revenge scheme on no traitor Benno-san. Prepare your boy pussy for shinobi penis.
Whoa,
But
okay.
until next time, sayonara.
So this is taking a turn. I mean, up until now, I thought he wanted me to come home, but now I think he's just like, nah, we're gonna rape you.
You took too long. That's what happens.
I wanted to learn ninjutsu. I wanted to learn ninjutsu because I saw Naruto and I was like, yeah, that. And I couldn't continue my samurai training. You know, it would be illegal. It would be illegal to do both. You know, I made my choice. And I guess, you know, there's consequences to every action. It's equal and opposite Newton's third law or whatever. Supply and demand, equivalent exchange. All these things. The world is a fuck. 2 bazillion dead cops. Okay.
I like that the Mr. T was actually him doing a voice, and he got you.
He must have used some sort of genjutsu to become Mr. T. Typical. Well, that's distressing. But just like the dentist, probably best just not to think about it. Next up, we got another one from Margar, who was shouted down and mocked mercilessly last episode by all of our esteemed guests. So let's hear his response to that. 3, 2, 1.
Margar here. I was regretfully unable to attend the last episode of the PCP due to my confinement in voice jail. It's still bad in here. There are still rampaging bandits and marauders sent by presumably Ben Saint. But we're doing the best we can here. I'm starting to make friends, starting to make plays. Maybe I'll rise up in the ranks and we'll see what happens. The violent revolution did not go according to plan. I need more supporters. We're trying. Also, the PCP, good luck with the whole having 50 people in one episode thing. Let's see how that works out for you. I'm not sure of the plan or the idea, but maybe it'll work out. Good luck.
No, it worked out. You were the only victim. The people, you know, we've split the audience, and that segment of the audience is very much pro state, you know, pro fascist police state, you know, anti liberation. You know, they do not support our prisoners' rights. So, you know, I'm sorry. That must be very distressing for you. But it is what it is. And sad. Gib, what do you say to Margar here?
Get on the ground. That's what I say.
Get on the ground. Yeah, drop and give me 50. Drop and give me 100. Good luck in there.
Drop and give me $100. I
will send some more fucking ruffians to rough you up. Some more. If you would like, I can send more of those, or I can send the same amount. Let me know. Let me know your choice. Next up, Quickscoper Champion of PCP Minecraft. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey PCP, could you please play more Minecraft? The server is kinda dead out here with no players online for what feels like months. It would be much appreciated if you streamed more frequently, since that last stream was kinda a letdown for it had been a 3 months wait with the channel takedown and Nate just disappearing from the podcast without a word. I really want the server to succeed, as Merenpen, the only admin online on the server right now, have been working hard on adding more facilities like Pokemon centers, gyms, and even more trainers to battle. Also, it would be pretty cool if you could advertise the server more by either mentioning it or just playing on it. Well, I guess this is the way I say goodbye. Oh god, fucking Arceus is gonna rape me. No, please help.
Is that what Arceus sounds like?
I suppose so.
Well, sad. What do you think about Minecraft server? I guess we should advertise it more, but like, yeah, the way we advertise it. Yeah, the way we advertise it is mostly through the streams, though, right? Which when did we do the last one?
It wasn't like 2 weeks ago? Long ago, was it? Maybe it was.
I think it might have been. I mean, let me. The Pro Crastinators podcast. I'm gonna check. We streamed it 1 week ago. Maybe it was 2 weeks. It was less than 2 weeks ago. So I don't know. Yeah, we went for a while without streaming. Okay, we went for a while without streaming because we weren't using the channel because of the hack. I do intend to stream Shekels for Heckles more now. Maybe we could try. Maybe we should have like a meeting and see if we schedule like a regular like bi-weekly thing or something.
Yeah, something like that. I don't want to be the guy who streams again though.
How come?
Because it's so laggy and terrible. Like I feel like it was unwatchable.
I don't know. I mean, I personally hate responsibility. But I mean, if nobody else wants to do it, I could be streamer man. I'm willing to step up and do that. So yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that soon. I don't know. I'll say something in the chat later and see what the interest level is and when we can maybe get that fucking going. Yeah, alright. Okay. Message received. Okay, next up. I'm just being cool. Parentheses proven. So let's see what his proof is. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, the PCP. I recently found in real life in the wild an example of the I'm just being cool property, where if you say something enough, it suddenly becomes true, right? Two rights make a real.
Yeah.
And it comes in the form of this podcast, this local podcast, WATP. Who are these podcasts? WATP in the morning, everybody. That podcast has a bit at the end where, the basic conceit, in case you're not familiar, is they review podcasts. They review podcasts each week, and basically shit up.
I've heard of this show.
3000 style, kind of. And they do this thing at the end of the week, or at the end of the show, where it's the teaser for next week, right? So they play this drop. They play this like 10 or 20 second drop, and then a couple seconds from the show they're reviewing next week. And the joke is that the host, Carl, says to every guest who comes on, asks or explains it to them in great detail, as if everyone doesn't already know what a teaser is, and then proclaims insistently that this is the best part. Everyone looks forward to this. This is their favorite part, and he gets, voicemails. And over the course of listening to this podcast, it just got funnier and funnier until I love the teaser. Unironically, next week's teaser. I love
He made it
next
true.
Week's teaser. It's great.
Okay.
See you later, folks.
See you later. Yeah, you just insist hard enough for long enough,
and it becomes funny to do it. And if you do it ironically, you'll start do it unironically. This is
the theory behind I'm just being cool. It works in literally every situation. It's the secret,
I should start saying that in real life.
I'm just being cool.
Yeah.
I would say it in real life, but I rarely have the opportunity to.
I know, it's the sort of thing where like you have to be caught doing something that people are like, hey, what are you doing? And and then you rebut with, hey, I'm just being cool.
I guess I feel like I would say that if someone criticized me. I guess I just don't get criticized enough. And that's a big problem. That means I'm not pushing the envelope.
Well, maybe the trick is not to wait until they say something, because people try to be nice. They don't want to say. They'll give you a weird look and they'll think something, but they won't like say anything. So you just need to like, as soon as anyone walks in the room, you just insist that I'm being cool before they even have a chance to like think anything. It's like they walk in the room and you're like, hey, I'm just being cool. And it would seem like, why is he saying that? It seems suspicious. But you do it long enough, and people will be like, yeah, he's just being cool.
I got actually I got a little drunk the other day. I got a little sauced, hanging out with some friends, got a little silly, got a little stupid. Honestly, that would have been a great time for me to bust out the, hey guys, I'm just being cool. But I didn't. I don't think I did. But it would have been super funny. So I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. I'm gonna keep that in mind for next time. Next time I act the fool.
I'm just throwing sand.
I'm just throwing sand and I'm just being cool, and that's all you need to know. Stop thinking about it, you idiot. Yeah, it's a unironically great line. Hey, viewers, listeners, if you have ever been criticized and just said, no, I'm just being cool, let us know how it worked, because I'm sure that it will. I guarantee it'll get you out of it. It'll get you out of a jam. They'll go, oh, I see. I apologize. Excuse
Imagine
me.
you go to a protest and you say to the police, no, I'm just being cool. I'm being
They're
cool.
Like, oh. They're like, oh.
I guess he's being cool.
Damn, well, I don't want to be uncool. You know, trans rights. That's what they'll say. Yeah, so anyway, being cool, based. Not being cool, cringe. Next up, centrist voicemail. 3, 2, 1, go.
If the establishment, right, labor unions, corporations, trade, established blacklists, you know what I mean? Like, if they all agree on something and they want to enforce their will upon the workers of America, for example, they won't give you a job if you don't take the COVID-19 vaccine. Already happening on Australia, already talking about it. They might as well be like a form of government because they own the means of production. And if you can't get a job, you can't produce anything. So you can't create value, which is required to live. So in conclusion, we need to control the private corporations and keep them from infringing upon our First Amendment rights and our body autonomy.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I agree with that.
Is that centrist? Or is that a joke?
It's I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would characterize it as centrist. That seems like it's an anti-capitalist thing to say. That's like you're anti. You want to limit the power of big business. You want to regulate them. That seems like. I mean, it's liberal. It's like, you know, it's still like, okay, well, we're pro business. Just we can't let them do these specific things. I don't know. I mean, yeah, people give like, you know, like you're an ANCAP or whatever. You're a fucking libertarian or whatever. You're like, companies are not the government. You know, companies are not bound by the Constitution. Like a corporation, you know, they're a private enterprise. They can run their business however they want. And like, on some level, I guess that makes sense. But on a practical level, like, what if you live in a society, just for example, where the government is relatively weak and private corporations are relatively strong in terms of like influence they have over people's lives, and the practical effect of the way that they run their businesses is that, you know, people are in effect having their freedoms limited, right? Like people are, I mean, I think people probably should take the vaccine if it works. But like, you know, if a corporation is basically making it impossible for someone not to do something that only affects them and should be up to them, but they can't do it because they live in a world that's controlled by fucking private interests, and private interests are wielding their power to you know, influence society in all these unjust ways, then what is the difference between that and living under a tyrannical government? Like, there basically is none. You know, like maybe they don't control the police, but if the police exist to protect their interests, which they do to a greater degree than they protect anyone else's interests, then effectively they have the private industry has police on their side and other people don't. And that's been the way it's been for a long time. You know, police have been employed to, you know, break up strikes, and like, yeah, like fucking bust skulls of like unions and stuff, and like, you know, get people working, declare strikes illegal, and then like, you know, attack protesters or whatever. This happens. This is the world we live in. So I guess I would agree, and I don't think that your voicemail is all that centrist. And I can tell that you're joking to some degree, but I don't know if it's just the what you were saying, or if it was just the name of the voicemail. I don't know how much of it was a joke, and I apologize. Okay. Anything to say about that?
Yeah, I generally agree. I don't really know how, like, I would, like, my exact stance on this issue, but, like, when I see big company, I say, I hate you. So that's my stance.
I mean, everybody...
I say big company, I'm like, you should be smaller than that. You shouldn't have that power.
Everybody agrees that, like, monopolies are bad. Everybody will agree to that on paper, but then they'll be like, oh, well, you know, you can't nationalize Amazon. You can't, like, buy out Amazon. You can't split that up. You can't, like, bust that trust. Everybody loves Teddy Roosevelt. He was a trust buster. He was a monopoly breaker. Everybody thinks that was great, but you suggest doing that today, and the ANCAPs are like, no, you just want to take Jeff Bezos' money? He earned that. You just want to steal people's money and give it to people that don't work. It's like, shut up.
Even just saying that, like, you want to steal somebody who works his money and give it to people who don't work, as if
like Jeff Bezos is working like 10 billion
not
times
even
harder.
That. Not even that. It's as if like I don't know, working is tantamount to deserving to exist.
Right.
Like, some people like can't work as much. I don't know. Like, should you kill a disabled person just because they can't work?
Well, I mean, they're not contributing to the economy.
Yeah, I mean, that's the argument.
It's unethical for you to expect us not to kill them when they're a drain on everyone else's resources. That's a joke, by the way. This is my straw man. You know, I'm just final thought about this. I think about this a lot. It's like, okay, you kind of like people like libertarians, ANCAPs. They're like, oh, you know, socialism bad because socialism is totalitarianism. You have to give the government all this power to do all this stuff, and if the government has that much power, they'll be authoritarian. It'll be tyranny, and like. Okay, in theory, I understand that concern, but if you like what you basically have, you have to balance the power of like private industry versus the government, and I understand that a government can become tyrannical, but at least the government, in theory, the way we construct it these days, has some sort of check and balance in the form of like people can be voted into and out of office, and you know that it's a little blurry now because money is so involved in politics that like. You know, that it's kind of, you can sort of buy an election, and that's bad. Don't get me wrong, that is bad. But in theory, if it wasn't like that, if it were harder to just buy an election, then it would probably be better if the government had more power than private industry, because private industry has no checks and balances, whatever. Just some guy owns it, or some people own it, and they can just do whatever they want. They're not beholden to anyone except their shareholders. Versus, at least in theory, the government is like, okay, well, if they're bad, we can unelect them. That's how it should be, you know? So, there. I mean, a private company is basically just a little, like, monarchy. It's just a little, like, fucking tiny, or not even, it's just an isolated little pocket of, like, feudalism, where, like, one guy owns everyone below them, you know, for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, or whatever. That's what a private company is, most of the time.
We live in a feudal place. I can't think of the words that you would use to describe what it is that we live in.
Serfdom of a hamlet, a
Dude,
village.
Radical.
Bays, yes.
Serfdom dudes.
Okay, all right. I spent a long time on that one, but you know what? It was worth it. Next one. If we're ready for it, is called Bring Nate Back, and I can't wait. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys, is it just me, or is Nate hella cute? Haha. No homo though. Why does Nate
Yeah.
have the cutest laugh on the PCP? Lol.
I don't know. I just.
I do like it. I do like it when I can make Nate laugh like uproariously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I like it when I can make anyone laugh, but it is funny.
Sure. Sure. I mean, yeah. I guess I can't really disagree with this guy's point.
He's got that little like
Does he?
when he's trying not like I can't fucking do what I'm. If you listen to it, it's like when he's trying, like if I'm saying something funny or like he's listening to something funny and he's starting to laugh, but he's not letting himself like explode yet. And he's got that hee, and then he starts.
When I think of
afterwards.
when I think of Nate's laugh, I think of like when he's like sort of he's laughing and he's genuinely laughing, but he's sort of like putting on a little bit of an air about it. He's sort of making a joke out of the laugh by sort of turning it into a cackle where he goes like ah ha 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 or something.
Yeah, that's not a real laugh.
It's
the real laugh.
I usually get the impression that there is genuine mirth there, but it's also he is affecting it a little bit, like for a bit.
That's more of like a aha, yes, I see that was a joke sort of laugh. Yes, indeed. That's the same sort of energy.
Perhaps. Cutie though, major cutie pie. That Nate Bestman. Frankly, a huge audience draw, and without him, just property values are tanking. The stock market crashed, and I think it's because Nate hasn't been on the PCP in a while.
Where's Nate giggling? We need Nate giggling on the PCP.
Yes, please. Next one is from Not a Vampire, who I should mention. I'll put a link in the description. Not a Vampire made a video about me called "The Emotional Genius of Ben Saint," which it's a little embarrassing because I feel like self-aggrandizing to say that out loud. But it wasn't my words; it was their words. And so
I liked that video. It was very explain-y.
Very
analysis-y.
At first, when I saw it, I was like, "Oh wow, someone is praising me. Excellent," and I retweeted it, but I didn't watch it because I was like, I'm too embarrassed. I'm too embarrassed to watch this video and hear what they're actually saying about me. I'm just gonna assume that it's fine and put it out there and not watch it. But I eventually I got curious. I cracked. I did watch it, and I was like, oh wow, it was actually pretty nice. Not that embarrassing. I guess am I allowed to say I agree with the points made? I thought it was good. It was well written.
Yeah,
and well
it was very personal, but like the analysis was like easy to understand from their perspective why they think these things. I'm like, yeah, I kind of feel that way too about Magda and stuff.
Yeah, it made sense. So anyway, link in the description. Go check that out. But let's hear the voicemail. 3, 2, 1, go.
This question is for Ben. So a couple episodes ago in the Personal Finance podcast, you said that to you, gender was just language. So by that definition, do you consider yourself a gender by default?
Well, depends what you mean by default. I would get,
You grow up in a world that says boys and girls do this and that, and you just sort of go with what you're told. And then you continue on in that way without thinking. So, like, kinda. I guess it depends on your upbringing.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's automatic. I would say generally most people will find themselves kind of slotted into a group and just go with that, and that'll be their gender. So that's sort of by default. I think if our language was constructed differently, and like it wasn't required to refer to someone in a gendered way with pronouns. Like if pronouns just didn't work the way they do, I think maybe gender would not be automatic. And people would maybe be more gender neutral by default, because I do think that it is mostly just about the language used. And so so the way our language is constructed affects it.
Yeah, like even just titles like boy and girl. Like, you don't necessarily... I mean, when you're young, you certainly don't need to be split up, because you're kids, you don't know anything. But, like, there's definitely arguments to be made for, like, the separation for, like, teenage years. It's a bit weird.
Yeah. Sure. But it's,
Oh, there was this guy in my Twitch chat at one point who was arguing, he was arguing about, like, it was something about, like, free the nipple, like, girls should be allowed to...
I saw some screenshots of this guy.
Oh, yeah. And
I think Kazi showed me.
Kazi, yeah. She was in there and arguing with him, and it was like, I saw what he was going for, but he was just sort of arguing from a point of, like, status quo is what it is, like a circular logic, sort of, the status quo is this, therefore this is the status quo that I, like, and I don't want it to change. And he wouldn't, like, accept that maybe it could be better if it were to be changed.
Maybe it's not... Yeah.
And he's like, but it's that I don't like it because this is how it is, and it should stay this way. And he just wouldn't, like... He wouldn't concede that potentially there is benefit in changing how the you know, the current system... I feel like most people have that sort of viewpoint where, like, they imagine that if, you know, people talking about changing society in certain ways would be like a snap of the fingers, and then suddenly everything is different and everything they knew was a lie.
Yeah, and you'll go to jail, and you'll go to jail if you don't agree with it.
Yeah, and it's like, it's sort of like, oh my god, I don't want anything to change because stuff could bad happen to me. And it's like, it's not really about, like, it happening right now. It's about, like, could you consider a future in which, you know, hypothetically, this is the system? You don't have to live in it, but, like, could you accept that there may be benefits?
Yeah.
Like, maybe we could try to go in that, like, it's one thing to be like,
there's a real lack of imagination going around. A lot of people are just, it's no imagination.
Visceral, like, negative reactions to things are, like, understandable. Like, we all understand that if you grow up in a society that says this, then this other thing that is completely new and alien to you is gonna, like, rub you the wrong way. You're gonna be, like, freaked out and scared by it because the unknown is scary. So it's like, I get it, but, like, you gotta look past that at some point and understand that you're always gonna be scared of stuff you don't know what it is. And you can't know for sure that anything, like, is, like, certain bad or good until you think about it. And if you never think about it, you're just like, oh, what? Man turn into woman? That's gross. That's gross.
Yes.
It grosses me out.
It's yucky, and they dye their hair, and I think that's stupid. I feel like I could say more about that. It's like it's like that guy was saying, like, the nipple should be not free because I would get aroused by seeing female nipples, and I don't want that, and that's not fair. That's like, it's violent against me for like women to show their nipples because it will cause something to happen to me that I do not want to happen.
Well, yeah, his argument was that it would make people feel uncomfortable if people walked around naked or half naked, and it's like, true, you know.
Well, if they did it right now,
if they did it right now, but
would.
Like, if people grew up in a world where, you know, the chest, like, a bare chest of a person is not inherently scary. Like a human person, a man can have a bare chest, and you don't really think about it. You're just like, oh, it must be a hot day, you know? He's taking his shirt off. And a woman doing that is completely different, but it isn't completely different. It's just society has taught us that it is completely different, and because it's completely different, it's strange, it's new, it's fearful. You get scared of the idea, I mean, the argument he was putting forth was, Boner City, which I like. Why was that be a bad thing? But like, I understand that some people don't want that, right? So like, uncomfortableness, it's like an inevitability of a society where it would be uncomfortable to do a thing. But you got to think of the inherentness. Like, what is inherently wrong with that?
Why is it uncomfortable?
And you got to think of like similar things that are not a problem. And why are they not a problem? Is because society has put that in there. Like, somebody doesn't wear a hat. Well, that's normal. We used to all wear hats. It used to be like seen as like stupid to not wear a hat.
Yeah.
And it's like, society can change. It's just, we don't inherently need hats. We don't inherently need to wear things on our chests when it's hot.
I mean, if this guy were a frickin' Muslim, would he be in this chat being like, it's wrong for women not to like wear the hijab because it's too tempting. Like, it's too tempting for men. They'll get boners seeing like pretty girl faces, and that's violence. That's violence against me. It's the same argument. It's literally the same.
I think he was like saying Muslims have the right idea at some point.
Oh god, okay, cool.
But I don't know how much he was joking about that, because I wasn't really paying too much attention.
Sure.
I was busy drawing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to shit on that guy, by the way. I don't think he's like a terrible person. I just think he's not thinking about this very hard.
Well, Cassie was annoyed about it, and she was complaining about it to me, and I was like, sounds pretty annoying.
It was pretty annoying. I mean,
sure. I mean, people are allowed to have bad opinions. I think that's a pretty bad opinion, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's fine. No biggie. Well, fuck. We're at the end. That's all the voicemails. God. We made it.
Well,
thanks for listening to another low energy two person podcast.
Lol.
Ha.
It's very strange.
Man turned into woman? That's gross. Disgusting.
I'd turn into woman, I'd just be strange. I'd be halfway there. I'd be halfway. I'd be non-binary.
Up and I'm on my way, and I'm feeling real gay. That's the show, everybody.
Yeah, go to before PCP, go to giveandtake.site, where I might, but by this point I may have I don't know. Go to medibang.com, read the Clarissa, buy it if you want.
How do they find it on Medibang? Link in the description.
Link in the description. I think if you go to Medibang and you look for the Tezuka contest, you can just look at the submissions, and then I think I'm on page 2 of the most recent submissions, because there's been a lot already. Like I said, this is the last few days, so it's like everyone's submitting right at the end. Right. Yeah, makes sense. It's like all these voicemails come in like the last 24 hours before the show. Haha. It's crunch time. It's crunch time, baby. All right. Cool. Well, hey, bonus episodes. Oh God, we didn't do a bonus episode this month, did we? Did we not? I don't remember. I don't remember either. We'll figure it out. Bonus, but there's fucking 30 plus bonus episodes for your enjoyment on patreon.com/the Procrastinators. Is it the Procrastinators? Is it TP Crastinators? It's the Procrastinators on Patreon.
The Procrastinators, for only $5, you can get in on that. It is cheap as free. Almost.
It is cheap as free, except for the money.
Except for the little bit of money that has to change hands in order to make that happen. Yeah, send us a voicemail, subscribe on Patreon, join the Minecraft server, link in the description to the Minecraft server, which we will stream again. I'll say definitely we will do it during the month of September. For sure. I would like to do it twice during the month of September.
Oh, yeah, twice should be easy.
Yeah, okay. So let's soft commit to that. All right, and thanks for listening, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love. Bye.
Peace, EP. Goodbye.